Enkei wheels are everywhere, from a slammed Civic at your local meet to literal Formula One cars screaming down a straight. Their logo shows up in places that you would frankly just never expect. If you're wondering whether Enkei wheels are worth your hard-earned money, the answer isn't just a simple yes or no. It's a story that stretches back to the 1950s. The company's name comes from Enkei Go. Guys, I'm gonna put it down. I can't pronounce this. Which means alloy from Enshu province, a nod to its Japanese roots. Founded in 1950, Enkei initially produced aluminum components and only started making wheels in 1967. Fast forward to today, and Enkei has grown into one of the largest wheel manufacturers on the planet, with factories in Japan, Thailand, China, and yes, even right here in the good old US of A. They're not just churning out mass-produced aftermarket wheels either. Enkei produces original equipment for brands like Honda and Toyota and has been an official supplier to the McLaren Formula One team since the mid-1990s. That racing pedigree means that the technology developed for the track eventually makes its way down to the wheels that you purchase from our website, you bought them from our website, right? And bolt onto your daily driver. This blend of heritage, engineering, and affordability has earned Enkei a cult-like following. Enthusiasts and reviewers routinely rank them among the top wheel brands on the planet. But popularity does not automatically equal quality. After all, popularity can come from hype and be faked as much as engineering. So, the bigger question is, what makes Enkei wheels different from other wheels in their price range? And do they offer genuine performance benefits for your build? To answer that, we need to take a look at their motorsport involvement, the technology behind their wheels, and the specific models that have made them a household name. But before we do any of that, you need to click the subscribe button so we can keep making videos for you. And if you're looking for Enkei wheels, guess what? We sell them on our website. We'll even throw some tires on, shipping to your door for free. Now, a big reason that Enkei stands apart from so many aftermarket brands is its deep involvement in motorsport. While plenty of companies will sponsor a drift car or two, Enkei builds wheels for rally cars, drift cars, sports car prototypes. Yes, a lot of the prototypes use OEM wheels, and most famously Formula One, not to mention every other racing series under the sun. The company has supplied high-tech race wheels for the McLaren F1 team since 1995, meaning their designs face the most demanding environment in motorsports every other weekend. They test new manufacturing methods, materials, and designs on the track long before they trickle down to consumers. And that racing connection isn't just F1 either. Enkei supplies wheels for rally racing for a whole bunch of the top Formula D drivers and sports car championships. When you see a pair of Enkei wheels flying through a gravel stage or lighting up on a drift track, you realize their engineering is tested in real-world extremes, not just in CAD software. Now, here's really the thing you got to consider. When a wheel can survive the torture of racing and still look pretty good on the street, that's a sign you're not just buying a brand name, but you're buying actual engineering, and that's really kind of what we're looking for. We're talking about engineering, so why don't we get into what Enkei does that makes it so darn good? Enkei's engineers believe a high-quality wheel needs three things: lightness, stiffness, and strength. Achieving all three simultaneously is tricky. One is easy, two is challenging, but three is pretty darn impossible, because often making a wheel lighter comes at the cost of structural integrity and vice versa. Many enthusiasts assume that forged wheels automatically tick these boxes, but Enkei points out that forged and cast and flow formed can have similar stiffness because at the end of the day, a lot of them really use very similar aluminum alloys. Forging increases yield and tensile strength, which can allow for thinner designs, but it doesn't inherently make a wheel lighter or stronger. To resolve this, Enkei uses a hybrid approach that blends advanced casting with forging-like techniques. Basically, they're keeping costs down for you guys by combining the two. The first step is die casting. Now, instead of pouring molten metal into a stationary mold, Derville casting involves rotating the mold so the alloy fills it more uniformly. This creates a finer microstructure and improves both tensile and yield strength. After casting, Enkei applies its MAT, most advanced technology, rim spinning process. This is essentially flow forming, and it spins and rolls the rim using a forge-like roller, aligning the metal's grain structure just as in forging on the barrel part of the wheel. The result is a barrel that's stronger and more ductile than most cast wheels while being significantly lighter without the cost of a full forged wheel. Independent testing shows that MAT wheels are around 10 to 15% lighter and 15 to 20% stronger than a conventional cast wheel. In fact, on some models, the MAT process improves tensile strength by roughly 30%. This is why an RPF1 in a 15x8 weighs right around 13 pounds and an 18x8 comes in right around 17 pounds, depending on the offset, bolt pattern, and all that stuff, which is lighter than pretty much all forged wheels except TE37s. The tiny 14x7 tips the scale at 8.5 pounds, less than a gallon of milk. Enkei notes that each pound of unsprung weight shaved off the wheels is akin to reducing about 20 pounds of overall vehicle mass. This, of course, translates to noticeable gains in acceleration, braking, and steering feel. Design optimization for Enkei, though, does go beyond weight savings. Enkei uses computer-aided engineering, CAE, to model stress distribution and identify where material can be removed without sacrificing stiffness. This is relatively standard industry process, but Enkei takes it a step further. Spokes are thinned, pockets carved out, and barrel thickness trimmed down until the design meets weight targets while still passing durability tests, basically absolutely as light as it can get. Speaking of tests, Enkei created its own test, Spec E, which is tougher than Japan's JWL standard. Spec E calls for a higher drop point in impact testing and 20% more cycles in rotary bending and dynamic radial fatigue testing. In other words, Enkei beats the crap out of their wheels harder than Japanese law requires. Wheels that pass can wear the Spec E badge, and many carry a limited lifetime structural warranty for that reason. That warranty really matters. If a wheel fails from normal use, Enkei is going to stand behind it, which is pretty rare for aftermarket wheels designed for track abuse at this price level. Now, it is worth noting that not all Enkei wheels are made in Japan. Some lines are produced in Thailand, Taiwan, or China. However, Enkei stresses that every factory uses the same quality of material, same quality of tooling, and of course, the manufacturing processes are similar. MAT wheels in particular are typically produced in Japan, and these are the highest quality that Enkei makes. The company oversees quality control at each facility, ensuring a consistent product regardless of origin. This approach offers Enkei to offer a broad catalog. There are more than 100 Enkei styles across about 6 series, while keeping costs very reasonable. One thing to note is that the Japanese Enkei wheels are going to be higher quality than the Chinese or Taiwanese wheels. The cost is evident. Enkei does divide their lineup into Racing Revolution, Racing Tuning, Performance, Classic, and Truck and SUV categories. Within these, certain wheels have gained legendary status. The first one, I'm going to give you guys a beat. Let's see if you can guess it. Big shock here. It's the RPF1. It's the poster child for Enkei, and it's arguably the most recognizable aftermarket wheel on the entire face of this planet. Developed for McLaren's F1 cars in the late 1990s, the RPF1 features twin spokes designed to spread load and dissipate heat. The spokes are hollowed between the pairs, creating pockets that add additional rigidity while allowing air to flow through the brakes to cool them. Because of the MAT process, the RPF1 weighs less than almost any forged wheel at the same sizing, while still clearing large brake calipers and remaining affordable. That's why you'll see these wheels on everything from Honda Civics to Porsche race cars and whatever you can think of in the middle. The weight savings is real. A 15x8 is about 13 pounds. A 14x7 is about 8.4 pounds. So really, honestly, there's no wonder that track day junkies just love them. The only downside, you're gonna see them everywhere, and some enthusiasts feel the design is overused. They're cheap, but they're not cheap, you know? That said, there's a reason for the ubiquity, and they just work. Now, another respected model is the NTO3 Plus M in the original NTO3. Instead of hollowing the spokes, Enkei adds a perimeter brace ring that ties the spokes together around the edge of the wheel. This ring resists deformation under high loads and improves steering response and feel. Exactly what you need for track use on a heavier car. The wheel also features a twin valve design, which is pretty darn cool. One valve stem is for the tire pressure monitoring system, while the other one allows you to accurately adjust pressure without removing sensors. It's a really subtle little detail, but it's one that serious racers do appreciate. The NTO3 Plus M's unique styling is not for everyone. It's kind of a love it or hate it design, but its functional benefits make it a favorite among autocross and time attacking kind of like weekend warrior drivers. It's also a very popular, good-looking street wheel. Now we're getting a little bit away from the racing stuff. We're looking at the TS10, which sits in Enkei's tuning series and offers a nice, clean, modern look with slender spokes. It's available in concave and flat faces, depending on the offset and the width, and comes in 17 and 18-inch sizes, which is kind of going to be a common theme in the tuning series. Enkei offers a bunch of finishes. Typically, you're going to see storm gray, gloss black, and gold. However, they offer others on other wheels as well. There are a lot more options in these for owners, so they don't have to resort to custom paint. Like a lot of Enkei other wheels, these use high-quality manufacturing processes, and at a first glance, it's a stylish wheel that won't break the bank. The concave looks pretty good on wider fitments, but you have to bear in mind the tuning series is not going to be the same as an RPF1 or NTO3 Plus M. If you crave a classic 6-spoke design that kind of feels TE37-y, the T6R is Enkei's answer. It's got 6 beefy spokes and it's marketed towards modern sport compacts and sedans. Civic Type R, WRX, Golf GTI, super common, super popular wheel on these cars. Available again in 17s and 18s in various finishes, T6Rs are right on about $1,000, and they're a bargain when you consider the weight and strength improvements that you get over many stock wheels. However, this model is one of the reasons that some purists criticize Enkei for being derivative. The design is so clearly echoing the TE37. If you don't mind that, the T6R offers great value with strong lightweight construction and a lifetime warranty, and there's really kind of no reason to buy these, and if you want TEs, just buy TEs. Now, for those who want a wheel that's both light and distinctive, the PFO1 fits the bill. This wheel uses Enkei's MAT technology to achieve an ultra lightweight design. It comes in sizes from 15s all the way up to 18s with plenty of brake caliper clearance for big brakes. The PFO1 is a split 5-spoke convex design with subtle edges along the spokes for a sportier look. More interestingly, it features a, Enkei calls it, roulette pattern groove on the rim to reduce slippage between the tire and wheel during hard acceleration. This is bead seat knurling for anyone else. This groove maintains the best contact between tire and wheel, ensuring that your sticky tires don't slip under load. For those running high grip tires or a whole bunch of power, that extra security is welcome in cases where you don't need a bead lock. Like the TS10, the PFO1 is Spec E inspected and uses MAT technology. Now we're going to look at a little bit more niche stuff here. Enkei has a wheel called the Vulcan. It's kind of a sporty daily driver niche with a bold split spoke design, pockets carved between the spokes, reduce weight, and lend a unique look. These are offered in 17, 18, and 19-inch sizes, and it's suited to everything from sedans to crossovers. Like most modern Enkei wheels, the Vulcan is Spec E inspected. However, this is not going to be the same as an RPF one. It's not really a performance wheel, it's just simply a good choice if you want something different and interesting from the ubiquitous RPF one, but still value performance and quality for the price. On the truck and off-road side, Enkei offers the RPT one, which, you guessed it, it's an RPF one for trucks. T, truck, duh. Higher load ratings, originally introduced in 2002, the RPT1 is available in 16 to 18-inch sizes and is touted as one of the lightest and toughest wheels for trucks and SUVs. For those who don't want methods or KMCs, these are a great option. Now, for those who want a more aggressive or show-oriented look, the RPF1 RS offers a deep lip and negative offset version of the RPF1. It retains the structural qualities of the original while giving cars a fitment that grabs attention. They're a little bit heavier because they're a little bit bigger, but you know, they're still great wheels. Enkei's catalog is sprawling. These are just a few of the models, and they illustrate the breadth of their offerings. Whether you're a weekend autocrosser looking to shave lap times, a street car builder seeking a fresh look, or a truck owner wanting lighter wheels for better acceleration, there's probably an Enkei wheel for that. And guess what? You can get them all on our website. We got the whole catalog, click down below. Speaking about getting them, one of the most persuasive arguments for Enkei wheels is their price. For what they deliver, lightweight, improved strength, and consistent quality, Enkei wheels are priced well below comparable models from other manufacturers. Enkei wheels are about 10 to 15% lighter, 15 to 20% stronger, as we mentioned before, and it's not just marketing fluff. It's the result of the MAT and casting processes that they use. And while you might expect such technology to carry a premium, Enkei makes so many wheels, their economies of scale basically mean that they can keep costs reasonable. Entry-level and classic-style wheels also offer stronger value for those on a tighter budget. So yeah, if RPF ones are a little spendy for you, Enkei probably still has something. Most importantly, as I mentioned earlier, Enkei's wheels do come with a limited lifetime structural warranty. That means if your wheel fails under normal driving, not road hazard stuff, not beating it on track, Enkei will replace it, something very few budget wheel manufacturers can claim. It's also worth noting that Enkei's strict Spec E testing ensures consistency across the board. Many affordable wheels are mass-produced without rigorous quality control, leading to inconsistent metallurgy or paint finishes or whatever it might be. Enkei's process of combining casting and rotary forging, plus the rigorous testing standard, plus their multiple well-inspected, well-maintained factories means you know what you're getting. When other wheels fail, an Enkei wheel will likely survive. So what's good? What's bad? Should you buy it? The advantages of Enkei wheels are clear, and I'm kind of beating a dead horse here, but weight savings, strength, price, and heritage. 10 to 15% lighter, 15 to 20% stronger. Switching to an Enkei wheel offers real, measurable performance gains that you can feel. The combination of casting and MAT rim rolling yields near forged strength at cast prices, making them just exactly what you want for track days and spirited driving without draining your bank account. The Motorsport Pedigree, supplying McLaren's F1 team and supporting rally, drift, and time attack efforts, adds credibility to Enkei's lineup. The company's willingness to test wheels above and beyond, not because they have to, but because they want to, with Spec E and stand behind them with a limited lifetime warranty, provides peace of mind. On top of all of that, Enkei offers a huge range of sizes, offsets, and styles, so you can really find a wheel that fits exactly what you're looking for without needing spacers or camber or cutting your car up or whatever else you might do to make something else fit. Now, no product is perfect, and Enkei's strengths come with a few caveats. The main downside is they're freaking everywhere. Some designs like the RPF1 are so popular that you literally will see them on like every third car at a car show. If you're looking for a unique look or a car or a wheel that will win trophies, Enkei's monoblock designs, with the exception of like one or two, will probably just not stand out, especially when compared to custom three-piece or monoblock forged wheels. Some enthusiasts also criticize Enkei for borrowing styling clues, the T6R being reminiscent of the TE37. We don't care. You shouldn't care either. It's a quality product, but if you're a frickin' nerd, go ahead. Some people also complain that not all Enkeis are made in Japan, and while the company insists that quality control is consistent across all factories, some purists prefer wheels produced exclusively in Japan, and to be frank, Chinese and Taiwanese wheels are just not as good as Japanese wheels. Color choices are conservative, and you will not find polished lips or custom hardware that come with true multi-piece wheels. Finally, because Enkei wheels are cast or flow-form monoblocks, you cannot repair bent lips the way you can with multi-piece wheels. If you curb them, you just have to buy a replacement. That is it. Also, because they are lighter, they kind of can get beat up more on city streets with like stretched tires, so you might crack inner barrels more often. Not a huge deal, but if you're building a stance car, just bear it in mind. When choosing Enkeis, remember the proper fitment matters just as much as the wheel itself. Enkei provides a whole bunch of widths, diameters, and offsets so you can dial in stance without rubbing, but if you are a little confused by that, just go ahead, go on our website, click the year, make, and model, put yours in, click the Enkei box on the side, and it is going to show you all of the Enkei wheels that fit your vehicle. There's really no reason to overcomplicate it. They make a ton of sizes. Don't just type in Enkei on our site and buy the first one, or they're not going to fit, and we're going to be like, bro, why didn't you? Anyway, a lot of people will run staggered 18.9.5, 18.10.5 RPF1s, square NTO3s on like a 9.5 with a 255 tire. Street setups are going to feel better with a slightly smaller wheel and a taller tire to protect from potholes. And as always, pair your Enkeis with good tires. Lightweight wheels with shitty rubber just ain't going to help you. If you're unsure about offsets or tire sizes, go onto our website, use our gallery, contact our team. That'll save you the guesswork. That is exactly where we come into play. So what's the verdict? Are Enkei wheels worth it? Well, you probably know the answer I'm going to give you. Yes, they are an outstanding value. You're getting wheels engineered with a blend of casting and forging technology that yields real weight and strength benefits. The price is accessible without sacrificing quality, and the Motorsport Pedigree isn't just fluff, it's real. Whether you're daily driving, whether you're hitting the canyons, whether you're going to the track, autocross, building a time attack car, or competing and drifting, Enkei's MAT-equipped wheels offer near-forged performance at a near-cast price. They're durable, they're backed by that lifetime warranty, they're thoroughly tested beyond industry standards. Enkei gets a resounding thumbs up, 10 out of 10, yes, absolutely buy them from us. The caveat being exclusivity and custom finishes. If they matter to you, this is not the product line for you. You probably want to look at a true three-piece wheel. You probably want to look at some fully forged boutique brand. But for the majority of enthusiasts who value performance, reliability, and affordability, Enkei wheels are an easy recommendation. Thank you all so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, drop a comment down below, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'll see you in the next one.